Hi, and welcome to Cat and Dogs on Wheels. I'm Cat. This handsome fella is RJ. He's a camera hog. As you can see, we are surrounded by white stuff. The forecast was a light dusting late Friday night and early Saturday morning, but not enough to measure real snow. And then it was supposed to rain soon after. Excuse me, droopy nose. It's really cold out here, even though we're sitting in the sun. Instead, Friday morning, we woke up to it was snowing. At 8 o'clock in the morning, it was snowing. It was beautiful, and we didn't expect it to last long. Um, and it snowed all day Friday, and mostly all night Friday night. Now, at one point during the day, and well, I'm showing you pictures as I talk. Now it's Saturday, and it's beautiful. The sun is shining. Oh, he's exploring. And the snow is completely melted off the trees, but it's not warm enough to really melt the snow on the ground. I think we ended up with about 3 inches. And it's melted some, and it's melting mostly around on the rocks. But we still got quite a bit of snow on the ground, don't we, RJ? Sort of a moist snow. Good for snowballs. Don't worry, I'm not going to throw it at my phone. But it was very beautiful. But I'm glad that now this is the end of it. Now it's supposed to warm up a bit, and we're supposed to have sunshine all week. Which means at the end of the week, chances are, depending on Quartzsite temperatures, I'll be headed down to Quartzsite. Now I know it's way too cold up here. Even when it isn't snowing, the temperatures are in the 30s down to into the 20s. So it's really, 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 really cold at night and the morning. Yesterday, it was cold all day long. It feels warmer out here in the sun than it really is. It's not this warm in the dust if I'm not running the heater. What are you doing, dude? And RJ's not real fun. He doesn't mind it out here so much. He did not like it in the snow. He likes his horse blanket when it's cold out. Yesterday, he really only wanted to go out to do his business. And so I thought, well, he doesn't need his coat. And I opened the door for him to go out, and he just stood there and looked at me and looked at his blanket hanging, drying, and like, no, put my blanket on first. So yeah, we have to put his blanket on just to go out and do his business and come back. Well, he doesn't have a thick fur coat like a lot of dogs. Oh, and he's sitting on me. Really? He doesn't want to lay down in the snow. And I didn't bring his pad. So he'll use me for his seat. Yeah, you're my boy. Okay, I was gonna do the talking in this video outside here, but it's really, really cold. And we're gonna do a little walkabout, but we're gonna have to do our talking inside. It's the heat or the cold, sort of opposite of how I manage the heat. When the sun's on windows, I open the curtains so I can soak up the sunshine and some heat from the day. And as you can see, there's all my pine cones that I've decorated for the Christmas craft fair in Quartzsite. So, and I haven't set up camp or anything here, so they just live on my love seat. So the forecast just keeps changing. Now, right now, today at noon, it's gotten up to 52 degrees, but it's immediately going to start going back down. So tonight we're in the mid to low 30s with rain/snow predicted tonight. And then Sunday, it was supposed to be nice, but they're still saying chances of rain/snow. But Monday, it's supposed to warm up into the 50s during the day, 30s, low 30s at night, and sunshine, solid sunshine, no precipitation, no rain, no snow. So hopefully then things will dry out and I'll get my medical cards in the mail in Flagstaff, which is why I'm still up here. And well, besides that, it's too hot in Quartzsite and I like it up here. We're not at the lake anymore. I guess I forgot to tell you guys that. We're not at the lake anymore. We're up a little northwest of Flagstaff. But the plan is next weekend to head down to Quartzsite, but the way the forecast changes daily, I don't know exactly where I'm going to be because I'm not going to Quartzsite if it's still over 85. So it all depends on the weather. Now, this is a strange thing. I was woken up Friday morning to thunder and lightning. We were having a thunder and lightning storm, and then it just started blizzarding. So I never heard of thunder and lightning precluding snow before. So this was sort of a fun early fluke snow. Of course, these days the weather can't be predicted very well. Right, RJ? It's cold, huh? It's very cold out. But now it's warmed up a bit. We've had enough sunshine that the bus is warming up a little bit without the heater. Of course, now it's cooling down because I had to open windows to get rid of the tent to give you enough light to do this video. But as soon as I'm done with the video, we'll close the windows back up. And for the first time, since I've been traveling in Arizona, this morning I woke up and my power stations were way lower than they'd ever been. I mean, we're talking my little Blue Eddy was down to 0 and my other ones were all down to 50 or just below. And even though we had sun, I wasn't getting anything but more 1 to 5 watts of solar. And then David comes over and he's got a ladder up and he's sweeping my solar panels. And sure enough, after he swept my solar panels, everything popped back to normal solar intake. But I'm going to be conserving because I don't know how many hours each day because we've been getting a lot of clouds and now we have more rain or snow predicted. So, and the clouds seem to be rolling in. So I'll conserve so that my biggest worry was my Jackery over here is running my diesel heater, and I'm running my diesel heater a whole bunch, so it really drained it down And because I wasn't getting any solar this morning, and I didn't get good solar yesterday either. And normally I could go a couple of days without good solar. But when I leave my solar panels covered with snow so they can't work, now I know, though I don't plan on being in snow very often. I mean, this is really sort of funny because the reason I left Washington is because I didn't like the snow and the cold. And this sort of reminded me, so I will put a link to my video in Washington when it was snowy and cold and why I wanted to leave and go to warmer climate. But this isn't bad. This is so short term. You know what I mean? And it's not like I have to drive on snowy roads. That's what I really don't like about snow. I admit it's pretty, but I don't like risking my house on snowy roads. I have exciting news, really exciting news. I've secured a camp hosting job for next spring, summer. And if things work out, it'll be the other campground on Ashurst Lake across from David. So that's my number one choice. And if that slot opens up, it's mine. If it doesn't open up, there's a campground a mile down the road from David's campground, owned by the same company, and I will work there. So, and then though, I'm a mile away from the lake and paddleboarding, so guess what I'll be doing on my days off, no matter which camp I'm in. And what I'm so tickled about is my favorite spot that I've found so far to spend summer in Arizona is Ashurst Lake. And that might end up being my summer home. Oh, I am so excited about that. Anyway, and once I get into Quartzsite, I will be looking for a part-time job. And when I get that job, I'll let you know. And then whenever, if you want to meet up, that's an easy way to get a hold of me, is come into where I'm working. So, but that's about all the news. Hopefully by next weekend, I will be in Quartzsite, depending on the weather. Hope to see you all there in Quartzsite. Stay safe, stay warm, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my loyals who come here all the time and chat with me all the time. That really helps my channel grow, as if people subscribe, like, and comment. And I really do want to grow. So, see you next time. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. You're such a good boy.